Welcome back to Kareem in My English, everyone. I'm glad you're here. You see this tense right there? Yeah, the past simple. It's one of the many tenses you're going to learn in your English journey. And it's one of the first you're going to learn. By the end of this lesson, you will have mastered the fundamental rules of the past simple. And you'll be able to talk about what you did yesterday, the day before yesterday, last year, with little to no problem. Without further ado, let's get right into the past simple. So the big question, how do we form the past simple? Well, before we actually look into that, we have to understand two things. English, as well as many other languages, have regular verbs and irregular verbs. To make sure this journey is as smooth as possible, we're going to start with the regular verbs in the past simple. Do you see these two beautiful letters? They're in love. And when they're together, they create the ending for the past simple. That's right. Regular verbs will take an ending of ed whenever we talk about the past. And that's basically it for the past simple regular verbs. Teacher, I have a question. What about words that already end with e? Well, do I still put ed? No, you only need to add d to the end of the word if it already ends with e. Now that that's cleared up, I have a bit of practice for you. Here are two sentences. As you can see, we're missing the verb. I'll give you a couple of seconds. I want you to complete the sentences using the verb in its correct form. Well, how'd you do? Let's check our answers. I'll read the sentence and I want you to repeat after me just for pronunciation practice. Matt and his colleagues worked on their project all day. Nadia wanted to buy a new car, but she decided to wait. Congratulations, you now know how to make past simple sentences using regular verbs. It's okay if you didn't understand everything the first time. You can rewatch this video as many times as you want until you have a full understanding of it. Now, if you think you're ready, complete the past simple practice sheet that comes with the video. Now that you're an expert making past simple sentences with regular verbs, we have to look at the irregular verbs. Irregular verbs are a challenge for English learners. Heck, they're even a challenge for native speakers. Irregular verbs are irregular because they don't follow the rules. They're individuals, they're pioneers. They create their own rules and they do what they want. Let's take, for example, the word go. We know to make past simple sentences with regular verbs, we add ed. However, in English, we don't say I goed. In fact, we say I went. Throughout your English journey, you're going to encounter many irregular verbs. So it's good to be prepared as best as you can. I have a task for you. I'm going to show you a sentence. Is it correct or incorrect? If you said this sentence was incorrect, you are correct. Because in fact, bide is not a word. It's one of those rebellious, individual verbs. The correct way to say buy in the past tense is bought. So how would we say this sentence correctly? That's right. Dan bought flowers for his wife. Let's try one more. I believe you know by now that this sentence is incorrect. And I'm sure you know that the problem is with meted. Meets, another one of those rebellious individual verbs. And to say meet in the past is met. So how can we say this sentence correctly? That's right. Carlos met his friends for lunch. All right, nice work. We now have an idea of the past simple irregular verbs. Oh, teacher. Yes, Kareem. How do we know what verbs are irregular? Another good question. Kareem, unfortunately, the answer isn't a good one. There is no rule that shows if a verb is regular or irregular. Unfortunately, in the world of language, there are just some things that are and that cannot be changed. And we, as language learners, just have to accept it. But I will give you this piece of advice. If you're ever just talking to a native and you don't know if the verb is regular or irregular, just use ed. A native speaker will understand what you mean and hopefully politely correct you. However, I don't recommend using this on any type of exam. There, you have to be as correct as possible. So we've learned about the past simple, regular, and irregular verbs. Now, we have to understand why we use the past simple. Oh, teacher, I know. Yes, Kareem. Oh, it's easy. We use the past simple to talk about the past. Well, yes, we do use the past simple to talk about the past. However, it's not as simple as that. The past simple is used to talk about events or situations that have already happened. And most importantly, these events and situations are complete, meaning they're not in progress, they're finished, done, 100%. Moreover, the past simple allows you to be more specific about when something happened. For example, Phil woke up at 10 a.m. The plane departed at 4. We went to the movies yesterday. We won't go into detail now, but this is a very important point when we learn other tenses. So please, right now, don't focus a lot on this. Just focus on being able to construct correct past simple sentences. And speaking of which, I have a bit of practice for you. Here are 6 sentences. I want you to pause the video. Put each verb in the correct sentence using the past simple. When you're finished, unpause the video and let's check together. Okay, let's check our answers. I want you to repeat after me for pronunciation practice. Jimmy did yoga yesterday. Maria walked to work this morning. Sandy ate pizza for lunch. Jessie spoke with her mom. Joyce drank a lot of water. Mark liked the movie. All right, everyone, how do you feel? I'm sure you're incredibly happy now that you can talk about what you did yesterday, the day before yesterday, even a year ago in English. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button to show me some love. And if you want more English content, I really recommend subscribing because I'll continue to upload more videos to help you become a better English speaker. Please follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at Kareem in My English. And if you want, take some time, leave a comment about something you did yesterday, the day before yesterday, using the past simple. Thanks for watching, really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.